Welcome, everyone, to Bethel University. Just know that you're not alone on this journey, and keep in mind there are many people here invested in your success. We're all happy to join you on your academic journey to help make your hopes and dreams come true. I am Dr. Dorothy Block, Director of Learning Services for the College of Professional Studies. The Learning Services team is here to guide you along on your academic journey. Keep in mind that your facilitator can recommend our services to you, or you can be proactive and schedule your very own appointment to work with us. You might be asking, just how can Learning Services help me? Well, that's easy. Learning Services can help with applying APA formatting, conducting research, avoiding plagiarism, time management, navigating the virtual classroom, and how to ethically use artificial intelligence. Although these are just a few of our available resources, Learning Services is here to help you acclimate to the college learning environment. Here are a few tips for success. First off, monitor your Bethel email. And here's the reason for that. We will only communicate with you through your Bethel email account. In addition, go ahead and read that syllabus for each course. Also, know the policy on late assignments. Know that policy on plagiarism. And of course, be sure to review the grading rubrics that's located at the very end of every syllabus. Just a couple of communication tips. Number one, contact your facilitator with any questions or if you need clarification on any assignment. Also, don't forget to know your advisor. Might want to take just a picture of what you see on your screen. Contacting Learning Services is very easy. You can send us an email, give us a phone call, or you can visit our Learning Services website to browse additional resources. You will be using a learning management system that we lovingly call VCamp, which is short for Virtual Campus. This is the place where you will be getting your homework and interacting with your facilitator and your peers. When you first log into the VCamp system, you will be taken directly to the General Announcements page. Now, this is where you're going to find any announcements for everyone in the College of Professional Studies from our administrators. Also, this is the page where you will find your active course. All you have to do is look to the bottom left of your screen, and this is where your active course is located. When you click on active course, that's going to take you inside the course where you will see to the left of your screen, read, attend, discuss, and complete. Now, your very first assignment after you do the reading and the attend videos is the discuss. Now, when we click on discuss, we are going to go directly to the week 1 discussion topic. Now, here's my recommendation. Go ahead and type, or let's be more efficient. Let's copy and paste that prompt to either a Word document or a Google document. And then, after you have crafted this wonderful response, all you have to do is click reply, and that's going to open up a place for you to copy and paste what you want to post for that unit. Okay, so now you have done your initial discussion post. The next thing you'll need to do is respond to your classmates. Here's my recommendation. Since everybody is supposed to respond to the initial post on Wednesday before midnight, my recommendation is to go in either Thursday or Friday to respond to 2 of your classmates. Now, how you get there, you see this little plus sign? You're going to click on that plus sign. When you do, it's going to bring you up a list of everybody that has posted to that particular topic. Now, let's say you wanted to see what James posted. All you have to do is simply click on that particular link. And that's going to open up the thread that classmate posted. So just like we did for the initial post, my recommendation is to copy and paste this over to either a Word doc or a Google doc and craft your response. Then when you're ready, all you have to do is click the reply button, and it's going to open up a box for you to copy and paste your response to your classmate. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, when is this actually due? Well, go ahead and snap a picture of what you see on your screen. So the initial discussion post will always be due Wednesday before midnight. Then your responses to your classmates need to get done before Sunday at midnight. So the next thing on the list that needs to get done Sunday before midnight is the complete section. The complete section will count for 75 points. Just like we did for the initial post, all you have to do is copy the prompt into either a Word doc or a Google doc, craft your response, then come back to the complete section and copy and paste. So please take a picture of what you see on your screen. The complete section is going to be due Sunday before midnight. Now, we all know that AI is readily available to you. For your homework, keep in mind that AI is not peer-reviewed. And remember, you must use peer-reviewed sources in your homework in addition to your textbook. So let me give you a reason why. So we don't know where the AI platforms got their information. And truth be told, there are over 70,000 different AI platforms out there. Even if you cite that you've used AI, you will still have to have the required number of peer-reviewed sources for each assignment. So here's my recommendation for using AI ethically. Use AI to suggest keywords to help you find your articles in our online library. You can even ask ChatGPT to give you a list of articles, but you still must go to the library to find and download those articles, because AI still does what's called hallucinations. They may give you a list of articles, but there is no guarantee that those articles actually exist. Another use for AI is to check for spelling, grammar, punctuation, and proper APA formatting. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it because I know you're probably thinking it. Do not have AI to write an entire paper for you. It will be flagged as AI generated, and we really don't want that to happen. Just so there are no surprises, Grammarly is connected to AI. So you can use Grammarly to check for spelling, grammar, and punctuation. However, if you use Grammarly's AI features to create or rephrase or rewrite your content, the assignment will be flagged as AI generated, and you will be turned in for plagiarism. So here's my recommendation. Get yourself a couple of free AI detectors. All you have to do is Google free AI detector. And that way you can submit your own work just to see if it flags any of the work. It is vital to not go out there on that internet and start trying to search for articles to put in your homework. We would love for you to use our online library to do your peer-reviewed research. So I think you're all thinking, well, just how do I find this online library? That's easy. Look in the upper right corner of your VCamp course room, and you will see a link that says Library. And we're just going to click on it. And when you do, it's going to bring you to a screen that has 4 gray tiles at the top. APA, CJ articles, articles, and chat. What we'll want to click on is articles. And when you do, that's going to bring you to a screen that says OneSearch. So OneSearch is that place where you're going to be able to put in a keyword or two to find your articles. So we can type in that box, and we're going to pretend that we're going to use turnover rate. But here's the key for a keyword search. Can't put in an entire sentence, can't put in an entire paragraph. What we have to do is use 1 or 2 keywords. Next, we want to use some filters. So it's already checked for full text. So what you'll want to do is click Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals. The next thing you'll want to do is to reduce the number of articles that comes up. So my recommendation is to click the link that says past 12 months. When you do that, you're going to get the freshest possible articles out there. And that's what we want in our papers. So once you find an article, what will it look like? Well, up at the very top, you'll know it's peer reviewed because it's going to tell you that it is peer reviewed. It's going to tell you that it is in an academic journal. You'll see the title, you'll see the date, you'll see the author or authors. It's going to have an abstract. So in this case, we're going to pretend that we have picked this particular article to put in our paper. So the in-text citation is going to be the last name of the author, which you see over here, comma space, and the year of publication, which we see right here. And if you happen to click on these little quote mark up here, it will give you what would go on the reference page in APA 7th edition format. Of course, we have to touch on the topic of plagiarism. Submitting as your own work any material obtained from or produced by another person or generated by an AI service is considered a form of plagiarism. Now, what's going to happen? The facilitator will assign a 0 as a placeholder and then refer the work to our academic dean. The academic dean is going to determine whether the work indeed constitutes plagiarism. And you can see our full plagiarism policy on page 29 of our current catalog. Okay, so you've turned in all of your homework for the week. The next thing you're wanting to know is, where is my grade? Okay, so unless it's a holiday like, say, the 4th of July or Labor Day or, let's say, Christmas, facilitators will have your discussion grades and feedback posted before midnight each Tuesday. Then they will have the complete section grades before midnight each Saturday. So please do not expect to see grades or feedback before these two times. Now, it is possible that you do see them before Tuesday and Saturday, but just as a rule of thumb, just always plan to go out there looking for it on Tuesday and Saturday.